one of those technology things that we have to get through. But anyway, thank you for coming today. And today our class is going to be about our belief and our sleep. So as every class, we're going to get into in the present moment. So allow yourself to relax. And if you can close your eyes, and we're going to do 6 breaths. And start now. I breathe in calmness. I breathe out anxiety. I breathe in appreciation. I breathe out frustration. I breathe in peace of mind. I breathe out rushing in life and trying to get control of everything. Out anxiety. I breathe in energy. I breathe out tiredness. So after this breath, Sora, do you need to have a belief? Belief is a habit. It's all the things that we do unconsciously without thinking. And why we do that? Because it's the way the brain saves energy. It's energy saving. So, for example, when we get up and we go and do everything we do in the morning. We brush our teeth, we go to the toilet, we get coffee, we get ready to work. Everything we do it totally unconsciously. And that's the way the brain works to save energy. And the more we do it, and the more unconscious we get. And how is this related to the way we sleep or the struggle to sleep? So we do have belief that limit us and belief that empower us. So I got my notes here, so I will be sometimes and then we have the type of belief that are explicit and implicit. Beliefs that are explicit are from here, from the frontal lobe of the brain. They are conscious. And the implicit belief are the ones that are from the subconscious mind. And you know there are laws in the universe, and there are laws like the gravity, the law of gravity. We don't feel it, but it's there. It's the same with this. The subconscious mind drives 95% of everything we do, everything we think, everything we speak, and we are totally unconscious about that. And I believe it's a lens that we have, and with this lens, we see all our world, everything, and everything that happens to us, and all the experiences we have in life are driven by the subconscious mind. And I have to say, because I have studied this a lot, you might not believe it, but it's true. It's there. I will give you an example. what happened when we are children, between 1 and 5 years old, we are all subconscious mind. For example, if you tell your child that is 4 something, he will believe completely without questioning that you have said is the truth for him. And he might carry with that belief his whole life without even being aware of that. A short story to help you to understand more about what is belief. When I think I was 3 years old, and my mom and dad, they were playing games with me, and my mom told me, "You are ugly." And I knew that ugly was not a good word. And then I went crying to my dad, telling him that my mom had called me ugly. And my dad started laughing and laughing and laughing. And he said, "No, you are not horrible, darling. You are not ugly. You are horrible." And I went to see my mom just with a smile. "Mom, I'm not ugly. I'm horrible." And then from now that we are all adults, you can see, well, but that was a joke. But no, for years in my life, I actually believed that I was ugly. And I felt myself, compared to all my family, that I was actually the ugliest in the family. So how do we translate this to our sleep? Another example related to my years of insomnia. In my family, there was a belief that whoever get up after 6 a.m., it was a lazy person. So no matter what, we have to get up early, because otherwise we were going to be lazy or called lazy in the family. Now, so I used to believe that for me, I had to get up early, because I was going to be calling myself lazy. But then, if I had been lazy in my own perceptions, I carry out all this belief throughout the day. And if I hadn't done whatever I wanted to do, that was, for me, I hadn't been a good girl, a good person, so I didn't deserve to sleep. So belief, and what happened with our life? We have the belief, and we have something that the Reticular Automated System, which is everything we experience in life will feed our belief and our perceptions. And how does that relate to our sleep? I asked in the group to share some of the beliefs that they had. And one person said, I can fall asleep immediately, but it is waking up between 3 and 3 a.m. that cannot fall back to sleep. There was another person, that will be a positive belief. No thought, so a sleep sound. Another person said, I struggle with anxiety, and it will take a while to get to sleep. One thing with the belief is, firstly, as I said before, we are aware of them because they are subconscious. And then if we are not aware, we cannot change them. So the first step to start getting better at what we believe about us and our sleep is to cut these thoughts about our sleeps. There was one person that told me, one of the chats, she said, my brain is so stupid I cannot shut at night. That's a belief. And that belief is being amplified by the language. So if we say, my brain is stupid. So if I say my brain is stupid, it's funny. If I say my brain is stupid, I will truly believe that my brain is stupid. And because I have said that command, my brain will be stupid. It won't be able to switch off at night. And it's funny because sometimes we call things stupid. Oh, that person is stupid. That mock is stupid. That is a stupid computer. We call stupid to inanimate. My brain will behave as stupid because I have command that my brain is stupid. So the first thing that it comes is all the time, and I will always say this in the class, self-awareness. What is self-awareness? To know thyself. I know few things that I have to do to allow myself to have a good night's sleep. And what I don't do, the things that in the end will make me to struggle at night to have a good night's sleep. What does the awareness do? I know I have a choice. Every single day, we have a choice. You have a choice. And we choose 1, 2, or 3. But when we choose one thing that is not helpful, the awareness comes to say, it's okay. Next time, I will make another choice without judging or criticizing ourselves. So we have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the mind who drives, who analyzes, is the mind who takes the control, but only has about 5% of power of everything we do. There are people, for example, to understand more about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. There are people that want to lose weight and they do everything. I mean, you can tell, this is easy. It's just a calorie balance. Eat less, exercise more. And there are a lot of people that eat less, exercise more, and don't lose a pound. Why? Because there is a program. The subconscious mind is a program. And the program is telling that person, don't lose weight because it's not safe. So the mind, always want to keep us safe. And whatever is not safe, we won't get there until we believe it's safe. So I will bring this question for you all. Belief is a habit. Have you ever thought that your mind will not see you sleeping through the night being safe? What if you don't remember how to sleep through the night? Because you haven't done it for years. So you haven't done it for 20 years. You haven't done it for 3 years. You haven't done it for a while. So your mind thinks that the natural thing is not to sleep because that's the habit. Therefore, it's so scary to get out that comfort zone of not sleeping that your mind will retain you and keeping you awake throughout the night because it's not safe. So my question for you right now, I will be asking questions today. Do you remember what it feels like to sleep through the night? What is it like? What do you feel like when you get up in the morning? If you have had 7 hours or 8 hours of high quality sleep, do you remember that? Maybe you don't. Maybe your habit is to sleep 2 or 3 hours only because your brain thinks that that is the normal thing. I have somebody telling me before this class that it was so frustrating to sleep only a few hours. Yes, it is. And why, he asked, why if sleep is meant to be natural? Yes, it's meant to be natural. That's why if you are not sleeping 7 or 8 hours or having a high quality sleep, it's a wake-up call. It's a symptom that there's something that has to be looked at. Sleeping is natural. And if you are not sleeping, if we are not sleeping, it's because we are not living naturally. There are so many things nowadays against having a good night's sleep. So what would you like to believe about you and having a good sleep? What if you think that you really deserve to have a high quality sleep every single night? What if when you bedtime is coming and you start wondering, I used to do that. Like now, it's getting dark. I was so scared. I'm gonna make it tonight. I don't know. So the darker it got, I was getting more and more scared because of that. So I'm gonna do it. But instead of waiting for the monster to get me, oh, he's coming, and I'm not gonna go through that. What if we just let that go? The more we force it, the harder it gets. Have you ever, I'm gonna show you something. I got this from my physiotherapist. And that explains what I want to tell you. See, the more you resist, the more persist. Let it go. I want you to remember this. Let it go. When you can't sleep tonight, let that go. Remember this. Let that go. And how do you let that go? Well, we have to practice to learn again. To learn a new habit. And I will tell you one thing. I have relapsed after 11 years. I healed myself for 3 years. But once I have been a few times waking up. What time? I don't know. Because one rule I have, I don't look at the clock. No. Why? Because if I'm opening my eyes at 3 a.m. and I feel my heart here, honestly, boom, 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 like, oh my God, my heart is going to escape from my mouth. That is okay. We need to learn how to be okay when the cortisol levels are high. Cortisol drives heart rate. That's why. Why? Because when we are stressed, cortisol is a stress hormone, is going to the amygdala brain, get signaled to the gland, and the gland will secrete cortisol because we need to fight or flight, run or fight. So we need the heart pumping fast to fight or run. That's what the cortisol levels do. So that heart pumping fast, you are not going to die. It's just there because your cortisol levels are too high when they have to be low. And what is the cause of that? Well, the thing is, when we sleep, it's not only while we're sleeping, it's everything that has been through the day. So when I wake up in the middle of the night and I know my heart is pumping fast, I tell myself, that's okay. I'm still with my eyes closed. I've been asked, do you get up and do something else because you cannot sleep? No. That will be a conflicting demand on my mind. I need to be consistent. Last Friday class was about coherence. If I get up in the middle of the night and I start doing things, I am having conflicted signal with my mind. Why am I telling that I want to sleep and I get up? There's no coherence in that. So this is the time to sleep. So with my eyes closed, I know my cortisol levels are high. Yes. I know my heart is pumping fast. Yes. And that's okay. So we need to learn how to be okay on those times when the cortisol levels are making our heart pumping fast. That's okay. When we feel palpitations, that's okay. When we feel rushing and eczemas and things, everything that the emotions gives us, the emotion, we can measure them because the body tells us what emotion we're having. And that's okay. So one thing we need to do is to learn how to be okay and not to fight in the middle of the night. Remember, when you resist, persist. So if we want to believe that we deserve a good night's sleep, we need to start changing the beliefs that are not helping us. And the way to do it is to start learning and practicing and telling over and over, I deserve, and feeling that I deserve to sleep. And you can tell me, Aismena, you know what? No, that doesn't work for me. I have tried affirmations over and over and over. But the thing with affirmation, guys, is that if you start telling yourself things that you don't believe, that's not going to work. For example, one belief I have written here, I'm not smart enough. And that's what you think. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good at math. I'm not gonna change. I'm too old to change. And if I tell you, will you believe you are very smart? No, I don't believe that. What if we start doing things progressively? What if instead of saying I'm smart, I'm intelligent, you can tell yourself every day, in every way, I am progressing and making my sleep better. And I want you to feel when you say that. Maybe when you say, I'm having the best night's sleep of my life. What? I don't believe that. No. But what if you start saying, every night, in every way, I'm making my sleep better and better. It's progressively. And what the beauty of this type of affirmation is as every change in life. When the amygdala, which is the part of the brain responsible for the fight or flight response, when the amygdala reacts quickly, which it has to be quick, because the amygdala is going to drive a reaction to save our life. The amygdala cannot identify it's a real fake, it's a lion, or it's a worry. I don't know, but I need to act, because what if I die? What if a real lion? So if that part of the brain see you making changes from I'm not enough, I'm not smart enough, to I'm intelligent and smart, what is going to happen? It's going to cause resistance. So you won't make any progress in changing that habit. That is where the Kaizen method works perfectly. The Kaizen method is the method that made Toyota to be one of the biggest companies in the world. What is a Kaizen method? Is one thing at a time. Be smarter than your brain. Make step that slowly, that small, that your brain will not see it. And if the brain doesn't see it, it won't be resistant. An example. I'm giving you examples so you can refer to those. If you want to run a marathon and you haven't run a mile in your life, what's going to happen? You're going to run 5 miles and the next day you're going to stop because your brain will say, no, that's too much. But if we do things gradually, baby steps compounded over time, you will get there. And I'm telling you all these examples to get back to your sleep. If you say, my brain is stupid, it cannot switch off at night. What if you say, my brain is learning how to switch off every night? And every night, instead of being scared of the monster to get you, what if you say, I'm going to command my mind today to give a chance? What if today will give us a chance to sleep well? And then you might ask, yeah, but it was going to be only tonight. What happened tomorrow? Tomorrow is tomorrow. One thing that we also have to learn is to be in the present moment. I command my mind today to switch off, because both my body and my brain, we all deserve to have a good night's sleep. Baby steps to avoid resistance. And baby steps is a smarter way that the conscious brain will set to get to the subconscious mind to avoid any resistance. And another way to start changing those beliefs from a cellular level is I use emotional freedom technique I practiced. But the good news, guys, that I'm gonna be certified soon, so I can add that to my practice. So one thing to do is to take 5 minutes a day and allow yourself to let go and relax. The only way to control the mind is through the body. So going back to when I wake up at any time in the middle of the night and my heart is pumping fast, I start focusing on my breath. And I make my breath my best ally. My best ally, and I start breathing slowly and deeply. Slowly and deeply. And you may ask, yes, but how much? How much time is taking you to get back to sleep? Who cares? I don't know. The most important thing is I get there. I'm not counting how many minutes it's taking me to fall asleep. I don't know. But every single time I do this, it works. I start and I get slowly and deeply, and I fall to sleep again until my alarm goes off. Give yourself time, and I know how frustrated it can be in the middle of the night. But avoiding the things that will keep your cortisol levels high helps to get back to sleep. One of the things I have seen in a lot of groups of the insomnia is, I am awake, it's 3 a.m. Why are you scrolling your phone? It's not gonna help. Being aware, set the intentions, be smarter than your subconscious mind, making one step at a time, one foot after the other, and make it happen. When you set the intention and command your brain, one thing we have all, guys, it's not you are no different than me. If we command something to the mind will respond. Maybe not straight away, but it will. So if we want to make changes, long-lasting changes, it will take time. Maybe it will take different than you than for me because we are different. But we have been, for example, I've been like this 3 years. Do you want to change overnight? No, it's a learning process. Or learning process to the brain and learning process to set a new and healthy habit. So that is the class for today. If you have any question, just let me know. One thing, I am having a big announcement today. And Kina, you are the one who's gonna know first. I have my signature program is the Izzy Sleeping Method. And I have made a condensed method just basing on helping people to deal with racing thoughts in the middle of the night. And I want to get 5 people that will be able to join a group as a case study, and we'll have free sessions in exchange for testimonial, because I want to take off this method. So if any of you want to have a chat, because I still have to tell you what will be the program, what the program comprises, and see if the program fits you or not. But it will be 4 weeks, 1-to-1 session with me every week, but you will need to book a call. So I will show you what the program comprises, and we'll take it from there. If you think it will work for you, and I think that you are okay for the program, and there's a compatibility with the program, we'll do it. And then the only thing I will ask is a written testimonial before the end of the program. So that's us today. Do you have any question, or just we finished the live class as usual? Thank you for joining the live class. I will post the link, and I will also put the announcement in the group. So the first 5 person who get in the call, well, not will be 5 people, but still I need to have a chat and show the program, and would be those one that would be in the case study, if you agree. Thank you for joining today. So we're gonna end today the same as usual. I breathe in relief. I breathe out stress. I breathe in letting go in the middle of the night. I breathe out the frustration I feel when I cannot sleep. I breathe in calmness. I breathe out stress. I breathe in comfort. I breathe out anxiety. I breathe in peace of mind, and I breathe out fear. Well, that's us. Thank you very much. Next class, we will continue doing this. Will be 2 classes about self-belief, and next class I will tell you how to do with the emotional freedom technique, which heals at cellular levels those beliefs.